God had an intimacy with the earth, and the earth brought forth. You know that there is nothing God created that is a robot. Nothing God created that don't have a spirit. Every object, every created thing God created, every creature have a spirit. Everything God created came out from God. Everything God created is living. It has breath, have a spirit. Just the same way God created man, and man have spirits. Man is existing, is living, is a living creature. So also every other thing God created, they are living. Let's deal with the earth, the mother earth. When God created the mother earth, earth was living. In fact, God didn't just breathe upon earth. God had an intimacy with the earth, and the earth brought forth. Don't you know where the mother earth is referred as mother? Mother earth is referred as her, as a female gender. In every country, when you are mentioning the country or the nation, is represented as female, as her mother's land. So the first person to have intimacy with the earth was God himself. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. It said, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. It hovered upon the face of the water. Another version said it brooded upon the face of the water. It came upon, when the Spirit of God moved upon, it hovered on top, it caressed the water, and it commanded, let there be light. When the Spirit of God impregnated the waters, remember the waters is the one that was separated from the dry land, or rather the dry land was separated from the water, meaning the water was carrying the dry land. The Bible says, and the earth was without form. The earth was without form. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of the Lord moved. Where was the water? The water was on top of the earth. The earth was carrying the water. Then the Lord brooded upon the waters, brooded upon the earth. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. Now, when God brooded upon the earth, the light God commanded the earth to have was not a physical light. Remember, God created the sun and the moon after he said, let there be light. So from verse 14 downward, that was when God created the sun, the moon, and the stars. So the let there be light God said in verse 3 was not the sun. Remember, light talks about wisdom. Jesus is the light of God, and Jesus is the wisdom of God. When the Bible says the earth was without form and void, it was saying the earth was without the wisdom of God. So the light that was being talked about in this verse 3 was the wisdom of God. So God told the earth, take the wisdom, receive let there be wisdom. After brooding, after mating, after having intimacy with the earth, what God gave the earth was wisdom. Who was the wisdom? Jesus. So the first thing God gave to earth, Mother Earth, was the seed, which is Jesus. Jesus is the wisdom of God. Hope you are aware of that. John chapter 1 verse 1. You see what God said. He said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. What is telling us? Who is the Word of God? We discover that it is Jesus. The Word was God, and the Word was God. Now, we have been told in Genesis now, the one who commanded creation, which is God, commanded the earth to receive the Word of God, the spoken word, let there be. So the first thing, when God had intimacy with the earth, the first thing he gave the earth was Jesus, the Word of God, the light of God, the wisdom of God. So immediately the earth received the wisdom of God. That is why when God commanded the earth, he said, let there be light. Light came forth. Why? The earth now have the wisdom of God. Why? The earth is living. If the earth does not have life, the earth can't hear the word of God. You don't have intimacy with dead objects. No matter how stupid animals are, animals cannot have intimacy with a dead animal. A living dog cannot have intimacy with a dead dog. God have life in him, and everything he created also have life in themselves. God commanded the earth, bring forth tree. Now listen, the earth has not had tree before. There was no tree on earth when God was doing this refilling. There was no tree. There was no fruit. There was no herb. But because God has brooded upon the earth, and the earth has received a seed from God, the earth has received an image from God. It has received a child from God. It has received the wisdom of God. When God commanded the earth, bring forth tree, the earth did not bring forth a stone. When he said, bring forth herbs, bring forth seed, the earth did not bring forth rain or bring forth cloud. Why? The earth knows what God was asking to bring. Because why? God has brooded his wisdom upon him. So the earth is a living creature. The earth is living just as man is living. Only who is alive have ears, have mouth, have eyes. Remember Moses said, let the earth open her mouth and swallow Dathan, Koran and his company. How did the earth hear? How did Moses know that the earth have mouth to speak, to swallow? How did the earth hear what Moses said? How did the earth even hear the voice of God? He said, and God said, let the earth bring forth. The earth heard the voice of God because the earth is a living being. The earth is a living being. There is nothing God created that is not living.